Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. So here we go, guys. They finally got to the bottom of it. What is causing racism in America? What is racist in America? Well, the latest thing on that list is the pandemic. That's right. The pandemic is racist because it disproportionately affects people of color. And as we all know, we're all people of color. If you look down at your skin and you can find that shade in a box of Crayolas, you are of color because Crayola specializes in color. They're crayons made for coloring. So if you're in the crayon box, you are of color. We all are. But this is coming from the master, the wizard, the doctor extraordinaire, leading us through this pandemic, Dr. Fauci. He said that the pandemic disproportionately affects people of color. And after we get back to some form of normalcy, he said this in front of some university that was graduating in Atlanta. He said, as we return to that, we cannot forget what this has exposed. Systemic racism. Because heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, all these kind of things, these are what you find in communities of color. Those of us who are lower on the color chart. Latinos, black folks, Native Americans. You find a lot of these health issues in these groups. Why? Because we have poor diet, poor exercise. It's not racism. Racism does not tell you how to get health care, what to eat, what not to eat. That's not how it works. But apparently, according to him, that is how it works. Racism keeps you from making good decisions. So let me ask you this. What would you call an adult who can't use a computer? They can't figure out how to get identification. They make poor decisions when it comes to food selection. They can't find adequate health care, and they are prone to violence. What would you call an adult with all of those problems? I'll say it for you. You want to say it with me? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Retarded. That's what you would call an adult who can't do those basic things, those rudimentary things. You would think they were mentally unsound. You would think that they had developmental issues. You would think that they are special needs, wouldn't you? Because what adult can't figure out how to use a computer? I'm not talking about spreadsheets and all this crazy shit, and you have to know what all that HTTP, all that nonsense. No, I'm not talking about that far. You can't figure out how to use one, like turn it on and do the most basic things on it. You can't get ID. You can't. You can't. You can't figure it out because of the color of your skin. You don't know how to eat the right foods. You can't locate adequate, you can't find good health care. You just can't do it. Everybody else can, but you can't. And you're prone to violence. That's a retarded person. Jericho, don't say retarded. Why not? It's a word. It's a very specific word. Part of the definition refers to people with mental issues. So if an adult can't do these things, you must have mental issues. Again, if you play it out the way the left goes, the way the bleeding heart liberals go, you have to admit, you have to say out loud that black people are inferior. Because we can't seem to figure out these basic things, but every other group can. So why? Same country, been here longer than damn near anybody else. 400 years. That's what we always hear. 400 years. Yet we can't crack the code on the most basic functions of society. Fauci, so say it. When we know damn good and well it has nothing to do with your race, it has to do with the decisions that you make. If you walk into a grocery store and you walk up to the produce section, is someone there to turn you away because you're too dark? What did the Indian guy tell Bruce Lee in The Chinese Connection when he tried to go into the park and the sign said no Chinese or dogs allowed? He looked at Bruce Lee and he said, "I'm sorry, you're the wrong color." That's what he told him. So I imagine it's the same thing in the produce section where all the healthy food is. And if you go over to the meat section, you try to get fish or you try to get chicken, is there someone there to slap your little dark hand away and say, "No, you're the wrong color"? Down there. Go down there to the fried shit with the dyes and the artificial flavors and ingredients. That's where you need to be. If you show up to the gym in your workout gear and your gym bag, is there someone there at the door stopping you because you're too dark? No, you can't come in here. You're black. You can't exercise. Go home. Well, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not going to the gym. I'm going to go on a jog. I'm going to go on a hike. Are there people out there in the wilderness and on the sidewalk stopping you? No. So you have the ability, you have the opportunity to do it just like anybody else can. Whether or not you have the ability, that's up to you. But you have the opportunity. I'm living proof. I go on hikes. I'm actually down 47 pounds. I got a long way to go. But my point is, I am free to exercise whenever and wherever I want to. Look, check this out. Look at this. Look what I just bought. This is broccoli. It's green. It's good for you. I bought it. Hold on. Let me put this shit down. My bad. Let me put that back. Someone might see my black ass with some broccoli and call the police because we're not allowed to eat that stuff. But you know what? I figured out a way. To get broccoli. So does that make me the food Harriet Tubman? Because I figured out how to get us free, how to get us to broccoli? Follow me on the Produce Underground Railroad. I'm going to show you guys how to get produce. You know what else I got in there? Watch. Look at this shit. Watch this. I cracked the code, people. I cracked the code. Look at this. Blackberries. It's fruit. Fresh fruit. Oh, shit. My bad, guys. Keep putting that shit up in the air. Somebody's going to see that. I got fresh fruit and vegetables. I got chicken in there. I got grass-fed meat. Shit. Hold on, guys. My bad. My voice is too. I don't want them to know. Because I'm black, yet I figured out how to make healthy choices when it comes to food. He's telling me we can't. I'm showing you that we can. So who are you going to believe? This dummy who has been wrong time after time, who has lied time after time? We don't need masks. Come down to Chinatown and shop. 2 weeks and it'll be over. Or are you going to believe people out in the real world who are living life not believing this bullshit? I just showed you. They told you black folks can't figure out how to use a computer. I figured it out. I make videos all the time. They told us we can't figure out how to get a driver's license. I do my videos from my vehicle. I have to have a license to operate this thing. They tell you we can't get adequate health care and we don't have access to good food. I just showed you blackberries and broccoli. Somebody's lying. It's not me. It's not me. But this pandemic is racist. It disproportionately affects people of color. Notice that most of the people who die from that shit have pre-existing conditions like the ones I named. Heart diseases, hypertension, high blood pressure, cancer, stroke. All these things come from being out of shape and not healthy. Even cancer. I didn't know cancer came from that, but yes. Lung issues from smoking. Poor decisions, not the color of your skin. That is stupid, that is low-hanging fruit, and that is bullshit. You want to know some other bullshit? While Vladimir Putin's over here testing out AK-47s, he's over here test firing the new AK-47. Side note, if I was the president, I'm going to be 90% of the time, I'm going to be at some army base shooting everything they have. Why do our presidents not do that more? I don't understand that. All of them. Bush, Trump, Obama, whoever. Why is there not more footage of you guys out there blowing shit up? You are the president. Anyway, Vladimir Putin's out there test firing the new AK-47, and our grandpa in chief, Bidenus pervertus, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. I need some hard candy and a serene landscape to stare at. That's what we got. This fool, and I quote, he was asked about the gas crunch crisis, whatever you want to call it. I had to write this down because my mind doesn't operate this slowly yet. He said, and I quote, here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what you can do. Don't panic. Let me say that one more time. Vladimir Putin, one of the main threats to America and our position as number one, is test firing the new AK-47, and Bidenus pervertus, our grandpa in chief, is saying this. Here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what you can do. Don't panic. Fool, that makes me want to panic. Are you serious? Now, if late night TV was funny like it used to be, they would be ripping his ass apart every night. They would have too much material. They would have to add another hour onto their show just to cover the material he gives you in one day. Here's what you can do. Is that proper English? What college did he go to? Wasn't he a lawyer or something? President of the United States, here's what you can do. Here's what drives the drivers. Oh, man. Guys, is this... Hold on. I just pinched myself. Yeah, it's real. Here's what you can do. Now, you know the thing. Remember the time he was talking and he said, whatever. Oh, he said, anyway. That's it. Bail. Pull the ripcord on that sentence. I'm bailing. Forget, I'm not even going to finish. Whatever. Oh, shit. People, let me get home to my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man up.